Your boy Carcino here. Let's get into it. Yes, yes. Hopefully everybody's getting notifications right now. We just went through a lot. Hit the like button coming through the door so we can have that also taken care of. That's correct. Man, yeah, it's been a nightmare trying to fight to get this thing right, man, for a couple of days. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff that's been going on and transpiring within this industry and this entertainment when it comes to music and business, the whole nine. So he said, "Run, Diddy. They want what you got." Um, Now, according to sources out there, Sean Diddy Combs, Puffy Combs, whatever you want to call him, is he is not happy right now. He's not a happy camper right now. And the reason that he's not happy is because he feels he's being railroaded. He feels that he's being Me Too and that they're not doing right by him. Puff thinks he's being targeted, and because of it, this has been the case. People have been attacking his character, coming up what he calls frivolous lawsuits, and they're fake, and he's gonna fight. But he's at a point now where he doesn't even know if he wants to even live in the United States anymore, based on the way people act and the way they've been treating him in. I don't think he's running from a RICO case because there's nothing criminal. They're trying to talk as if this is leading towards a RICO case, but there's no convictions criminal. So if there's no criminal investigation into Diddy, everything seems to be monetarial. There's not going to be a grand jury. There's not going to be anything that's a RICO. Not. They keep trying to come up with human trafficking stuff, but how? Everything seems like a money grab. So going back to Bali. Hit the like button, good people. Thank you. If you want to donate to the Cash App, it is Carcino. Now, here's what we've been finding out through our investigation. We always do the investigation work here, and we've been seeing the process of things that have been developing with Diddy. Diddy has been selling a lot of his home, and this has been going on way before any of this stuff hit the fan. So that's what, you guys are getting this news firsthand, Diddy has been selling homes and his properties for a long time. A lot of y'all didn't know he owned a 12-story building back in the 1990s. Yeah, he had that real estate in New York. So, yeah, he's had a 3.25 acre estate in Alpine, Jersey that was built in 1999. He had that one for $6 million. He kept that one in Alpine. He had that one, and then he put it up for sale. Then he has a lot of properties in different areas. Now, he has one on Star Island Mansion. That's what he calls it. The Star Island Mansion. So he has his 37, almost $40 million mansion. It has an underground water. Now, that's what he put most of his stock into. Oh yeah, and his Beverly Hills mansion that he listed for 14 million back in 2021. He did that. The Toluca Lake mansion, um, that went to the producer for like 6.5 million. The one that did Judas and the Black Messiah, and he did The Harder We Fall. He sold it to him. Stay live, stay high. Yep. He was like, that's interesting. Yeah, so this was going back in 2015. He was selling his New Jersey mansion so that he can get this big $39 million mansion. So he had to find a buyer for that one in Jersey. So that mansion he got, which is off the market, that's in Holby Homes. It's called Holmby Hills, actually. So if you go to Holmby Hills, then you'll find it. Yeah, Diddy has been moving money around since 2014, he's just been moving money, trying to get this big mansion, this massive one. The one he got now, this costs like from 30 to 40 million with all the upgrades he did. So he had some waterfront house that he had before, the one in the Hamptons, that Northwest Woods one he owned. That's where he used to have his white parties at. He used to put them all there. That was his old house. But he still, had it on the market. He had took it off for a while, then he put it back on the market. Puffy had, in 2004, he built a house, which he called his bachelor mansion back in 2018 to 2013. That one's in Beverly Crest neighborhood. That's the one that cost, I want to say about 8 million or whatever. He bought that one there. He called that his bachelor mansion. Then he sold, the one Kim lived at, the Toluca Lake one I was telling y'all about. That's Kim's house. Kim Porter's. That was the $7 million home, 6 bedrooms, 7 baths. And that one was out there. Now, the one that he had back in the 90s that I was telling y'all about, he owned that building. He owned the entire building on 807 Park Avenue. And he bought it in the late 90s. He got it for 12 million. So he had the whole building on 807 Park Avenue. That was Puffy's building. What's up, Moonlight? So Puffy had that whole building. And that was back in, when was that? 2018. He was putting it on the market for 29 million. He bought it for 12 million back in the 90s. And then he listed it for 29 million. So he was already moving money around. Back in 2019, 2018, he's selling properties here, trying to get this big, massive real estate money eating machine, this massive mansion. So Diddy is saying, and he's trying to look in areas in which he would go. So right now he's telling people that he's innocent. That's what he would tell you flat out is, I'm Diddy and I'm innocent. We know how that works, but still, Diddy is going to tell you, I'm innocent. And he believes it. I don't doubt for a second Diddy don't think he's innocent. You see what I'm saying? He was like, R. Kelly said the same thing. But yeah, there's no tape of him. Now, what doesn't help Diddy a lot, okay, is there's a lot of people coming after him, and his friends are not standing by him because they saw what happened to the only person that stood next to him during this situation. During this situation, the only person that stood up beside him was TD Jakes. And we saw what happened with that. So nobody would stand next to him. Jay-Z don't want to be next to him. Exactly. Nobody wanted to stand next to him. Now, he said, take that, take that, take that. Well, for successful podcasters, plays music in the back makes it a copyright strike for replaying. Now, here's the thing also. When you start seeing things that doesn't make any sense, you said, that tells you something. No, he's thinking about actually evading and getting out of the United States, just as how he feels right now. Because one, he feels betrayed by a lot of people but he understands, business-wise, it don't look good for them. And it's too soon for Diddy to become popping up like, yo, I'm back, it's Diddy. I'm at the party. And all this stuff is going on, swirling over his head. He's settled with Cassie. So if anybody takes a picture with him or anything, it looks as if they condone what he allegedly did with Cassie. So out of a sense of just saying, I don't like the way I'm being treated, like he feels he's being Me Too. He was like, yeah, the cancel culture. And he hates it, that this cancel culture is targeting him. And he feels it's unfair. They came after him for the Tupac trial. And, all of this stuff is coming back to back to back. And he's saying, I've done nothing but shown love to people. And with their greed and everything else, he just like, I would rather leave the country and go somewhere else. Because you just saw Meek Mill just said the same thing, that he want to go to Ghana. Puffy was just talking about leaving the country. He's like, I'm just thinking about just moving out of the country. Because other places, they don't act like this. In other places. It's only the United States where this cancel culture and this whole thing is just so out of control that people are not trying to even hear evidence. You can't really have a fair trial almost because everyone's on social media. So he would rather just go to another country. But do I see him leaving? No, not with that $40 million crib he got. Not when you got Clive Davis still behind you. Nothing's going to happen to Diddy. Diddy knows where a lot of the bodies are buried. So no, nobody's going to put Diddy in jail. So, well, good. Hit the Cash App. Diddy. I want you to come with me, Daddy. Oh, the cash app's got to be a lot bigger than that, Diddy. I know you having a lot of trouble. You selling these homes, but they got to be a lot bigger than that. Oh man, that's funny. So what Diddy didn't realize is what a lot of people didn't understand also is that selling in this market, California taxes are sky high. So a lot of people who have California properties, they go through a harder time than most when it comes to this. When you want to say tax reasons, a lot of people are not jumping up to move to California. A lot of people are going to Arizona, Nevada. They're getting out of Cal. You see, Mark Wahlberg just got out of California. You know, a lot of people are moving out because they don't want people seeing like all of the things that they've done. You know, you saw Usher, you know, go into a whole ordeal when he lived and stayed with Diddy. You know, they brought all of these things up. So when you start remembering the times and you start seeing the situations and how they presented themselves, a lot of people don't remember situations that I do, because I remember when Justin Bieber was hanging out with us. Now, y'all remember, Usher spent a year with Diddy, and he saw a lot of craziness, a lot of activities that other people wasn't privy to. Then, what did he do? He became the mentor to Justin Bieber. And he gave Justin Bieber to Diddy for 48 hours.
Rockers every time. Right here? Yeah, it's gonna be yours. So, okay. It's a little dusty, you know. We'll get the front shot.
Man. Woo. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna be driving this next year.
Yeah, when you get 16, you come down there, you gotta, you know, wear your seat.
I mean, I'm 15. You could ride in the passenger seat. I got my permit. Not yet.
No.
All right, 16.
You're not ready.
16.
Slow down. Let's slow down, Josh.
Okay.
Let's slow down. Okay.
One step at a time.
But yeah, the keys is yours when when you get 16. You're good to go.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
All right.
And then when you get 18, you get the house. You get the mansion.
Okay. I get the mansion?
Yeah.
So where are we off to now?
Where would you like to go?
I mean, wherever you want to go. Where are we going?
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like, you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. You know, I have been given custody of him. You know, he signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when you know he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy.
Going crazy.
Crazy.
I'm taking this out tonight.
What you want to do? What you want to do over the next 48 hours?
48 hours. Let's go. Let's just go get some girls. Let's go get some girls.
Man after my heart. That's what I'm talking about, kid.
So, as you can see, Diddy and Justin Bieber he said this sounds creepy 20 years later. Not many people remember that. Nobody really remember that mode. He gonna go buck food crazy. So he spent, now he's a 15-year-old spending 48 hours with Diddy. Not saying Diddy finna do anything sexually with Justin Bieber. I'm not saying that at all. You know, I'm saying that he's gonna be privy to a lot of situations that he shouldn't at a very young age. Now, when you start seeing situations like that, Billy, yeah, I don't think that's him already. But when you start seeing situations rear their head up like that and just pop up, and you see how Diddy was, and actually taking him out and showing him a good time. When this kid was that young, he was hanging out with us. So he was around Floyd Mayweather, myself. He was part of the money team. He was around. But hanging out with Diddy was a bad idea for Usher, who had guardianship of Justin Bieber while he was here in the United States, because Justin is from Canada. So Usher was able to have guardianship of him while he was here. And while he was mentoring Justin Bieber to get him to come out, his mother was in charge. And Usher, those two was before his father took over from the mom. And when Jack came in, it became more of a bigger problem because his father is a complete pothead and just crazy. Now, when the mom was there, you know, she was making sure he stayed innocent, stayed a kid, the whole nine. So, over time, when Scooter Braun came and got involved, and everything else with Justin's career started to really take off, you know, he was going in a different direction. But hanging out with Diddy was actually a bad idea. So he gave him a car, gave him a Porsche at 15, told him when he's 16, he'd get that, he can get the house, he can get anything he wants. And he exposed him to a lifestyle that he had not even thought about. And this was the beginning of the end of Justin Bieber and his innocence. He was going down a road where he was going to be exposed to a lot. And it ruined him. I'm not going to say that ruined him. This experience of nobody telling him you can't do these things messed things up for him. Because he became harder to deal with. How can somebody tell you, no, you can't do this? And Diddy just like, whatever you want to do. You want girls? Let's go get girls. You want to go get this? Let's go get that. Diddy is not a parental type of parent and that you gonna want around. He ain't gonna treat you like a 15-year-old. He gonna treat you like a 15-year-old going on 25. And that is how he was like, yeah, I gotta get you ready for the game, Playboy. Yeah, Playboy, yeah. So, as this was going on, after that 48 hours, he went in a different direction. What he chose to do was going a direction that was so beneficial to him and him only, it totally changed the dynamic of what they were doing. They went away from Diddy. And it wasn't because they were mad at Diddy or nothing like that. He was busy. Justin's was blowing up to the point where he was on a level way bigger than Diddy. So now his album is taking off. Justin Bieber is the big star, and he's doing his own thing, right? So now that he's doing his own thing, he don't really need to be around Diddy. Like, it don't do nothing for him, you know? So now it benefits Diddy to have Justin Bieber around.
What's up, man? You good?
I'm good.
So all these years go by, and now you see Diddy pop back up. After all these years. Now it's been like 2 years later since so he's doing promo for Diddy. Yeah, so yeah, they were so it's been years since they really hung out. So what he was saying y'all, I see why Diddy want to leave the country. Y'all ain't no damn good, man. I see why Diddy want to. Listen, man. I see why Diddy want to get out the country, man. Y'all foul. Man, Diddy wasn't doing nothing with no Justin Bieber, man. I feel he exposed him to a lifestyle that he should not have. Because Justin Bieber got out of control. Justin Bieber got way out of control. You see, that's what many of you don't recognize and don't really remember, is what happened to Justin Bieber. You know, being under Usher's, tutelage and all these things, he started to change. Now, I told y'all what happened with us in Orlando with Justin Bieber. Most of y'all don't remember. Do you want to hear it again? Somebody said no. What happened? Okay, get ready, because here it comes. So here's what happened in Orlando. Justin Bieber's performing. He's one of the biggest artists in the world. Now, because he's the largest artist in the world, he's got his show going on. The hotel is surrounded. Scooter Braun is there. I'm there. Floyd Mayweather was there. Floyd's got a crib in Orlando. So we were down there seeing a couple of people we knew from the boxing side. So some of them were staying in the same hotel. I'm not going to even bring their name up. Now, we on the same floor with Justin Bieber. So there's security to make sure nobody can get up to the floor and everything, right? Now, this is back when everybody had those Segways. You know those Segways, you just get on them and ride. Those were the new thing, right? You know those Segway machines? You get those little, they were all white then. They ain't come in different colors. So this had just become the new thing. Everybody who was a rich celebrity was buying them. And they were designed to help elderly people get around. But it became the new toy for rich people. So Justin Bieber ended up getting one. So he had it in his room and he'd been riding around the room and he was like, can I just ride it around the hotel? And they were like, no, he can't do it. He said the maker died on one of them. That's a hell of a way to go. So he was like, let me ride it. I want to go, I swear, I just go down, nobody will see me. Just let me go down in the lobby. I just want more space. And, you know, Scooter Braun's like, no, you cannot ride that thing outside. If you've seen outside, you would know you can't go outside. Like, they got fans all around there. So he's depressed. He can't go. So the security and everything, they work it out where he can ride, you know, on the floor. Just ride around the whole hotel floor. Just go around. So he's got the Segway. He's out in there riding around the floor, right? So all of a sudden, we don't hear him no more. So I'm like, I don't hear him on the Segway. So the security go in the hallway, boom, there's no Justin Bieber. So they're freaking out. Because if Scooter Braun finds out, somebody's dead. Somebody's dead. So Justin Bieber's lost. Okay? He's lost. We don't know where he is. He ain't my responsibility, but he's lost right now. So no, I'm hanging out with like TMT, and then he got his own bodyguard people. So we all sitting up there, and this happens. So everybody's freaking out trying to find Justin Bieber. Now, what he did was get on a service elevator and take it all the way down to the floor and go out the back service way. So he's out on the streets with a Segway. Because why? He's been hanging around Diddy. Right? Diddy is like, you can just do what you want. So he takes this Segway, he goes out on the street. On the street of the hotel. We're downstairs, everybody's in the lobby, they got a car flying around looking for him. And if one of the fans happened to recognize him, it was like, that's him! And then next thing you know, she signals, and it's like a wave of fans coming around the corner. And he panics. He's trying to turn the Segway around and move, but that thing ain't gonna go fast enough. And then the battery is dying. It's like, so he gets off and just starts running and had to leave the Segway there and just take off on foot running. And these people are coming down the street to get Justin Bieber. We just happen to hit the corner and we see him running and them fans is closing in. The security jump out, run towards him, grabs him. I mean, like, literally just threw him in there. And he was like, don't forget my Segway. They just like took off. Get out of here. Go, go, go. Man, they told, man, he was so mad. He went downstairs. They was... Yeah, I would just make up a Segway story. Boy, trolls ain't got nothing to do, though. They love to come, though. Yeah, it was like a bad horror movie that would have been really bad for him. It'd been really bad for old JB. He said, I drive as long as hell, too. Yeah. So, exactly. When we were on MySpace, we were all on MySpace. Me, Justin Bieber. So he was dating Selena Gomez at the time. And this is why all this drama. I was right around all this drama. All of it. The whole Twilight thing, the Twilight theme was going on. My friend was in Twilight. Boo Boo Stewart. He played Seth in the Twilight movie. So when he got the role of Seth, that brought us into the Kristen Stewart, Robert Pattinson situation. So that was around us. So I've dealt with circuses, okay? Complete circuses of just crazy fans. Yeah, so Selena Gomez is friends with Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson and the Twilight crew. They were all friends, and Boo Boo Stewart and all of them. So they were all friends. So because she was dating Justin wanted to know who all she was connected to. And Selena Gomez started following me on MySpace, and it freaked him out. He was like, how do you know this guy? Now she saw who all I was, connected to, and they were following me. So she ended up following me. And once she did that, he followed me, but not from his verified account. His verified account isn't his account he used. None of them do. They all have another account that's their name. It's got their picture, and you would just think it's a troll, but it's really them. And you can tell from the people that follow that account and who they follow. So he had another account that had like JB like 417. And there was a picture of him on it, and it was like, and when it followed me, I see Selena Gomez followed that account, her other account, and this, and he was just trying to figure out who I was. And I was like, oh, what's up, Jay? It's me. And, once he saw that, and I was like, yeah, TMT and everything else, he just wanted to know who I was that she was following. So Floyd Mayweather and Justin Bieber go into business together to make their own Instagram page called Snap. And Diddy was going to come in on it as well. But Diddy didn't end up getting involved. It was Scooter Braun, Floyd Mayweather, and a guy named John Shahidi. John Shahidi got in there and negotiated it. And all Snap was Instagram. And all you could do is like the photos. You can't leave comments. You can't put no negative comments, nothing. Only thing you can do is like the photos. So you could put a heart up there or whatever. The only thing you could do is like the pictures. That's it. It was called Snap. So Floyd was an investor. Justin Bieber was an investor. And they were offered so much money for it. And the next thing you know, they was offered so much money for this app and this whole application that Justin was ready to sell his hand and get a couple million out of it. Like, they were offered a deal, and Floyd's like, relax. Okay, it's just the first offer. Just relax. They're going to come to the table and make it worth our time. I think they got bought out by another company, but whatever he did, it pissed Floyd off. And Justin Bieber and Floyd are not cool no more. So I don't know if they're going to fix it. They might fix it, but whatever he did, it pissed Floyd off. Floyd don't talk about it, but he don't like Justin. That's all I know. And I'm just like, damn, dude was cool. But hanging out with Diddy opened and exposed him to a dangerous lifestyle. And he started hanging out with people that was really bad for him. and he was getting out of control. And this is where it started to go downhill. Usher had created a monster. Usher and Diddy put him out there, and he started hanging out with the wrong people. This was what ruined his relationship with Selena Gomez. This is what ruined him. This is when he started going crazy. He started hanging out with his swag buddy. He started getting tattoos. He started doing drugs and sipping lean and popping pills. And he was going crazy, partying every night. Hanging out with the bad influence himself, the troublemaker, Little Twist. Now JB got all these tats everywhere. They going to court, back and forth, getting in trouble. Him and Little Twist. Little Twist went to jail for beating up a black television star over some money and drugs. Justin Bieber almost got kicked out of the United States and sent back to Canada for desecrating people's homes and getting all of these charges. Little Twist had to take all the drug charges when they raided the house. They got all these drugs everywhere, pills, the whole nine. Justin Bieber was getting extorted. He was set up by a woman who got him videotaped, had him in a room in a hotel, and they had to pay some people to come get him out. This was crazy times, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all, Hollywood is crazy. Y'all don't know how this stuff works. Justin Bieber was a mess. So this is how Taylor Swift got involved. Taylor Swift was keeping Selena Gomez away from Justin Bieber, and Justin Bieber hated Taylor Swift. So those two, because she was always in their relationship. And he's like, why you listening to a woman that ain't got no man? You keep running them all off. She always in your business. So Twist and Bieber were dating? Nah, they wasn't like that. But when people on lean and pills, a lot of craziness happened. And a lot of craziness happened with them. A lot of craziness. Oh, they tore up houses. It was all kind of stripper girls in there. Like I said, they don't, Justin Bieber is not, he wasn't privy to the lifestyle. He was privy to a lifestyle that Diddy them exposed him to. Diddy exposed him to a lifestyle where it's controlled. You see what I'm saying? He was under control. Diddy controlled where the women coming in. Diddy controlled the people all around at the party. Diddy snap his fingers. This is happening. That's happening. That it's a controlled environment where Diddy's at, where Usher and them at. They controlling what's going on. So what ended up happening? He goes out with somebody like Little Twist who gonna take him out in the streets. Little Twist ain't somebody that's connected like that. He know people because he know the dealers. He knows where to get the pills. Those people, celebrities, can't go get drugs. They need a little twist to go do that. Twist gonna get the syrup. Twist gonna get everything. He know how to get the girls. He gonna go to those places that the celebrities ain't gonna go. Bieber loved that. He was the life of the party. So he's bringing all these girls to Justin, keeping them all on drugs. Meanwhile, spending up all his money. They're just blowing through the money. They're in Hidden Hills. They're in Calabasas out there acting a fool. Justin Bieber almost got kicked out of the country because of his father. The pilot was going to have him arrested because his dad got a pound of weed, smoking it, on his way in here from Canada. The plane, the guy had told him on the plane, like, when we land, that's it. They coming to take you out of here. This dude dumped about a whole pound of weed out the window. Justin Bieber was freaking out. And they said, get that weed off of the plane now. So all of this was going on. And Justin Bieber was getting ruined. All what they had built was getting flushed down the toilet because you didn't put him with the wrong people. So he wasn't listening to Usher and Diddy no more. He out doing his own thing. He grown now. I'm responsible for my career. So Usher and them like, hey, you need to slow down, homeboy. He ain't trying to hear that. He ain't this guy no more. He ain't that little kid no more. Now he's 20. And you can't tell him nothing until things got real. Now, Diddy started to, move from the Alpine home. He got the Saddle River estate. He put that up for sale in 2019. He sold the one for 4.8. I know he purchased it for 4.8. He sold it for more. But all his legal troubles, it's been crazy. So for all his lawyer fees and everything that he got for these new cases that's coming up, Diddy's former homes and all that stuff he was selling to try to get his newly built mansion, he needed to have some liquid. So he was liquefying a lot of his properties and businesses for it. As I told you, a lot of these people are living on loans. Diddy don't have $30 million to give Cassie, but if the way they structured it, she would end up getting this over the years, which would give her tax relief and everything else. So they came to an agreement. Diddy's not the type that can live like Russell Simmons is good for being in the shadows. Diddy is not a shadow guy at all. Diddy gotta be in the limelight. So Diddy's just talking. He ain't gonna run unless he gotta run. Now that's the only thing. He gotta run, he'll run. But other than that, Diddy's gotta be in the limelight. Diddy can't survive not being in the limelight. So he's not gonna run. But people are saying, where is he gonna go? Diddy, he has a place that he could go. He has a rich friend that he has. I don't know now because of the lawsuit and everything else, but Diddy had a rich friend that stays outside of Milan. He has a friend that stays in the UK. He owns, he's got an island estate that he normally goes to and frequent. Like Diddy has places he can go. He's got really, really rich friends. Well, Sean Puffy Combs has been somebody that is friends with a lot of these powerful people. Like Ellen DeGeneres is a friend of his, Dr. Phil. These people are friends with Sean Puffy Combs. And even though they're not publicly, backing him, they know what time it is. So they'll support him behind the scenes. Let's just say I keep my ear to the ground. So I know what's moving. No, Diddy's saying that because he's upset. He feels like he's been blackballed, and people are trying to come after him. Yeah, he feels like he's been blackballed. And I understand how that feels. If you feel like you've been done wrong and haven't been done correctly, or improperly. But what I've been trying to show you is Diddy has been liquidating properties galore. And it's been right in your face. Y'all just haven't seen it and didn't pay any attention to it. Diddy has been selling everything. Diddy's been selling houses. Holy shit, what was that? All right, we back. Something fell and broke. Man, they trying to tear my stuff up. Right? They ain't got me, boy. They was like, you showing too much, Cino. Yeah, so Diddy is about to move. Well, he's preparing in case he got to get up and go. So this is the place Diddy sold. All right, that's one of them. This is another one. Well, no, that's the one he just got, the 40 million, right? This is the other place he sold. So Diddy's been liquidating all of these properties. Now, this is Kim's house. He sold her mansion, Kim Porter's mansion. So that's that. All of this stuff has been under everybody's eyes. So he's been doing this 4 years. So before this case even took over. So everything I'm saying is documented already. And this has been going on before all this cases was even thought of. This is his house that he throw the white parties at in the Hamptons. That's his old Greater Long Island crib in the Hamptons, right there in the woods, where he throw his little white parties. He had them right there. All of this is on the market. House tours, the whole nine. You see what I'm saying? Oh no, we'll go on the Patreon and I'll show you his stuff that you don't know. The houses that's really not on the books. Yeah, there's a whole another party house that you ain't gonna know about. That's on the books. That's Patreon only. So, like I told you, the Patreon, we got a lot of stuff cooking. Oh, I hope you didn't think that was it for Diddy. Diddy has a lot of properties everywhere. I keep trying to tell you. It's not what you think. It's everywhere. All of his stuff is up for sale. And he been selling it. Liquidate. That's the Jersey crib. The one in Swank, New Jersey. Sold. That's Diddy Jersey house. Exactly. So if you're looking at it and you seeing all this, I'm trying to tell you, there's a darker, deeper game going on here. Oh no, they got a party house that their name ain't on the books for this house. There is no listed owner for the house. Like, you will never find it on it ain't, there's no listing for the house ever. Oh, I'll show you. I'm gonna show you on the Patreon where it's at. So, yeah, I'm gonna show you that house. Oh, no. This is one of his first mansions that he had in Jersey. That one's gone too. He bought that one for $4 million. That's the former New Jersey mansion. That's gone too. See, what you got to understand is that Bad Boy Records, right? Diddy explained it. He handed over back in 2023, right? Last year, not even a year ago, just a few months ago. He gave over the publishing rights and revealed his total truth, right? Remember that? He's talking about, it's about high frequency and low frequencies. That's why I got my Love album. The one that he's going through court for, right? Now, with all these people and that was working on the album and doing all this stuff, he was talking about it, and it's been a while since he's been out. Now, he was returning the publishing rights to the artists and songwriters who helped build Bad Boy Records. Remember that? And everybody said this move came after all these people like Mace and everybody said they were treated unfairly for the years, and they've already assigned agreements to regain those rights, and he just gave it to them. And he said, I wanted to push close to the wealth gap for Black people and promote diversity, equality, and inclusion. And I donated $1 million to Jackson State University, a historical Black university. And I got $1 million with the Earn Your Leisure founders, Rashad Bilal and Troy Millens, to provide a practical model for economic empowerment in Black communities. That's what he said. He says that the profits from the fund would support his 3 capital preparatory charter schools that he got in New York and Connecticut. Then he's got this Black Wall Street situation that he talked about with the Tulsa, Oklahoma. He said, look, we got to get Black ideas, Black businesses, and Black minds. That's my focus. I used to be looking for the next Biggie. Now I'm looking for the next entrepreneur that I can help support through resources and my knowledge. My purpose have leveled up. I've leveled up. See, now he has this company called Salaxco, right? So this Salaxco company that Diddy has been co-managed by Dina Saheem and Wasim Silababy, which they call Sal, right? And that's been going around since 2021. And what they want to do is try to help clients like foster a career so that they can get other people involved and try to help them grow. So what Diddy's trying to do now is not depend on the music business. He's looking for the people in the entrepreneur business. That's what he's into. So he wants to use his celebrity to make money off of other people. But now that has been tainted, that's going to hurt the business. So a lot of things that he's attached to, he's privately attached to, and a lot of people don't know. Mm-hmm. He said it's always about big when he contacts people. Usher got turned down when he was 12. Well, Diddy said as a businessman, he said it comes a time when you have to pick a purpose over profit. I'm glad I've seen both sides as a businessman. I've evolved and was blessed to be in a position to give the publishing back to them. You see, Puff was on this whole love movement, right? And he was working on an autobiographical story of his life. And that's what he wanted to do. And it just didn't happen. And because it didn't happen and it went in the way that it did, with everybody's hating Puff and saying all these bad things and negative press about him, and this whole lawsuit, which we all know what was going on. Like, we all seen the play, right? We know what was going on, right? So this is why I don't think he's going to leave the country. I think he's just talking like that so they get people to react. And say, oh man, Diddy might leave the country, man. He might leave the United States. Diddy ain't leaving no United States of America. Diddy loved to be in the public eye. Russell Simmons, this is not a guy that was in the public eye. Russ was always in the background. He was not an artist. He came in the game as a businessman. Russell Simmons was always behind the scenes doing stuff behind the scenes. It ain't like that's like from Run for Run DMC, you know. So it's easy for Russ to get out the country. Yeah, he was always into that crazy yoga stuff, going to those fashion shows to pick up models, and then he got Kimura. He got what he wanted. You picked what you wanted, and you did it. Now, I can't say a bunch of things that I was going to say. Now, Diddy has watched everybody turn on him, even the mayor. He got the key to the city. And right after he get the key to the city, all hell break loose. And then you got Gene Deal. You know, Gene Deal's finna, you know, he's been making a killing talking about Diddy, like, for a whole, like, 7 years straight. So no matter what happens with Diddy, Gene gonna be right there. He don't care what they say. It could say, the news could be, Diddy tried to assassinate the president. We talking to Gene Deal. Well, you don't surprise me. Gene be right there. See, because I saw him. Because I warned him. I told him. You see? That's why I said. I told him. I said, look, them boys coming. And he chose not to listen. He said, look, I don't care if Pop gotta die. I don't care if Big gotta die. Yeah, because he know if it wasn't for me, he'd be gone, or he'd be too hot in the cot. Shouts out to G Deal, man. Shouts out to G and them Rex, man, doing their thing. Oh yeah, y'all ain't hear me do the G in a while. But it's funny. It cracked me up because like he had never said anything about this, and then someone pop up like out the blue. Then he'll tell you the story about it. It's like, man, you ain't never told us that before. But now that they brought it up, oh, you know all about it now. Oh, we good. Me and Gene good. We ain't got no problems. Well, at least I know we don't have no problems. We ain't got no problem. No, Diddy. Oh man, Diddy. Yeah. For the super chat, we'll do it. You know, when we get to the other side, we definitely gonna do it on the Patreon. Mm-hmm. No, they know better. You see, this industry is crazy because the R&B world is pretty much dead. You know, the R&B universe is all stuff from the 90s and the early 2000s. And like that was that feel when they had that style out there that people was rocking with and was relating to. Now that's kind of like gone. So you look at stuff like Diddy right now, that was his lane. No, Gene didn't did nothing wrong, man. Like, no, man. Let him eat, man. Let him get what he want to get out of it. He deserve all the success he get. Let him get it. You know, like that's what I'm saying. Like, it's most of these dudes now. They all coming to the internet. You know, Oskino hit me up and said, "Sino, you smart as hell, man." He's like, I ain't really understand it until he's like, I'm a hustler before I'm a rapper. And he was like, man, I get why y'all be going at it. I get why you was doing this and that. He's like, I would have to look into it and see how y'all really be making this bread. Like, y'all really getting paper. He was like, man, I just did a show in Indiana. You know, I'm staying in a cheap motel. I'm going through all this, and for what? He was like, for what? What am I going through this for? He was like, that was the last time they was gonna see me. He was very adamant about that. That was the last time y'all was for the see me rapping. I'll start doing these YouTube, and I'm like, okay, I can get paid doing this and make what I was making doing out there. And I'm like, pretty much. A lot of people are moving, man. You see, that's the movement. Like, I can do it. I don't have to do it. What I do, I can take anywhere. Yeah, I'm relocating down here because the battery power is dying. Right. Everybody has their own innuendos. Right? Everybody hustling. People were doing what they felt was the right way to do something, and other people was feeling what they thought. Why would anybody do it? Well, Drew came out fucking the other week, boy. He came. So fucking. Yeah, straight up and down. The whole time, this is what they want. So if you know that, then you know the special occasion. All right, now we got Diddy going to Ghana with Meek Mill. No, he's not running from the case. He's just talking about the way he feel. Like that'll make him want to just get up and move. Just because he's tired of this cancel culture. Absolutely. He's selling all these mansions. Diddy, 17.5 billion. He's selling all of these mansions, liquidating them. How many mansions did I show y'all he didn't sold? Putting up on the market. Diddy knows what he's doing. He's getting up out of this. He's getting liquid for a reason. Diddy know he finna have to get little. And he finna get up and out. So, on that note, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. Shouts out to Kwame Brown Bus Life. Shouts out to Ticket TV. Shouts out to the Dreamers Pro. Shouts out to Welcome to HD, IITV, Jag Sports with Jose Rodriguez, Armando Black TV, and I'm out the door.